I know everyone out there has been to a gym or two, and the first thing you do when you walk in is you size everyone up. You look to your left and say, man, that guy's arms are huge. And you look to your right and say, man, that girl's arms are shredded. And then you look at yourself and you say, man, I really want to look like that. Hello, my name is Robbie Whaley, and I'll be going over the different muscle groups in your arms, what exercises to do to build those arms up, and why everyday exercise is important to your everyday life. Let's first start talking about the muscles in your arms. Let's talk about the bicep. The bicep is two long heads located on your frontal region of your upper arm. It's connected from your shoulder joint to your elbow joint. Usually when you're using biceps in your everyday life is when you're pulling something towards you. Opening doors is a perfect example of pulling something towards you using your biceps. Now let's talk about your triceps. Your triceps arise from three different heads: the lateral head, the medial head, and the frontal head. They also connect to your shoulder joint and your elbow joint, and it's located on the back region of your arm. When you're using your triceps in your everyday life, you're usually pushing something. I want to say whenever you fully extend your arms out in front of you is when you are using your triceps. Now that I talked about the muscle groups in your arms, let's talk about some of the exercises you can do to build up those arms. But first things first, I want to talk about something that I feel very passionate about, and I feel that is thrown out of the gym nowadays, and that's called MMC, mind-muscle connection. And mind-muscle connection can be defined in one word, and that's focus. Focusing on that muscle while you're doing that exercise, and I will give you examples throughout the speech. Let's talk about exercises with biceps. The meat and potatoes of bicep workouts is the standing barbell curl. And this can be achieved by standing straight up with your feet shoulder width apart, grabbing the bar with your hands shoulder width apart also, and grabbing it with an underhand grip. What you're going to do is curl that bar all the way up and curl it slowly down. When you're doing this, this is when MMC comes into play. When you're bringing that barbell up, you're focusing on your bicep to flex. You're telling your mind to tell your muscle, your bicep, to flex. Flex and slowly stretch out. Common mistakes people do when they're doing this workout is putting too much weight on the bar, and that causes them to swing all over the place. You'll see people in the gym doing this with lots of weight on there but swinging the weight around. That is wrong. A, you can hurt yourself, and B, you're not using your biceps anymore. You're using your deltoids, and you're also using your back muscles. Next exercise I'll talk about is the French curl, or what the gym rats call the quote-unquote skull crusher. This can be done either lying down, sitting up, or standing up, and we're going to talk about doing it standing up. You're also going to have your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to grab that bar again with your hands shoulder width apart and with a frontal grip this time. What you're going to do is lift that bar all the way up over your head, and you're going to slowly bring it down below your head. And then you're going to slowly bring it up. And this is where that MMC, again, comes into play. When you're bringing that bar down behind your head, you're going to focus on that stretch of your tricep. And when you're pushing it back up, you're focusing on that flex of your tricep. Common mistakes, people moving their elbows too much. They're throwing it around again. And once again, you can A, get hurt, or B, you're not working your tricep anymore. You're using those deltoids and those back muscles. Now that we talked about some of the exercises that you can do to build up those arms, let's talk about why everyday exercise is important. It's just about feeling good. Everybody wants to feel good in life. And first thing, energy. People use the excuse of, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to do physical activities because I'll be tired throughout the day. Wrong. Researchers have actually proved that if you have a choice of taking a nap or taking a long walk, that taking the walk would be a better option than taking a nap, because you'll feel more energy to push out all the work throughout the day with taking a walk. Another good thing about exercising every day is your libido being increased. I don't even have to explain that. Everybody wants to increase their libido and their endurance, and that's just another plus. Last but not least, psychologically, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and just feel good about yourself. You're going to see these gains you've been making. You're going to see everything all that hard work that's been put into your body. You'll start to see the results really quick. Now that we've talked about why working out every day is important, let's go back and summarize everything I've been talking about. We've gone over the different muscle groups in your arms. We've gone about what exercises to do to build up those arms, and why everyday exercise is important. I feel very passionate and strongly about exercise, and I hope with this speech I have enlightened some of you about what kind of exercises to do, the correct ways to do it, the MMC, and also why exercise is important in your everyday life. I leave you with this quote. Plato once said that lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being. while movement and actual physical activities save it and preserve it. Thank you.